Hi guys, I'm back again. I want to make a video on others and caring about others. Jesus was all about others, about God's kingdom and the souls of others and the welfare of others and the healing of others. It was never about him, and that's just how much he cares about us. And I think that it's so essential that we continue to follow his footsteps, like he said for us over 2,000 years ago. But it's still relevant today. The Bible will always be relevant to whatever time period we're in. So it's called Otherism. It's actually a word. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna start with Galatians 5:13 and 14. It says, "You were of course called for freedom, brothers. Only do not use this freedom as an inducement for the flesh, but through love slave for one another. For the entire law stands fulfilled in one saying, you must love your neighbors as yourself. If you follow the second commandment, you are following the first commandment." Oh, here's my notes, okay? Okay. And I'm going to read Galatians 6 to you, and then I'll start with this little message. Galatians 6 verse 1 and 2. "Brothers, even though a man takes some false step before he is aware of it, you who have spiritual qualifications try to read just such a man in a spirit of mildness, as you each keep an eye on yourself, for fear you also may be tempted. Go on carrying the burdens of one another, and thus fulfilling the law of Christ." Yes, we should carry the burdens of others, yes, as Christ carried our burdens. The Bible says, I think in Romans 13, talks about weep with others when they weep, cry with others when they cry. We are to bear burdens. I might mix two things together. There are different kinds of burdens. There are good burdens and there are bad burdens. But I'm going to talk about working together and how it benefits us. The one who plants is not important. Only God makes it grow, okay? This should deflate our egos. No matter what our talents are, only God is important. He's the one who gave us these gifts in the first place. We should be using them together, We shouldn't be jealous of what someone has and, oh God, why don't I have that? Like, use what you have. What you have is just as important as what someone else has that you think is so much better than yours. Like think of an example. The finger, the thumb is, without it, you can barely do anything with these, It's a small part of the whole body, but you feel so, useless without your thumb, because you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't pick up anything. Okay. We have been called into fellow partnership. We have to work together to put it into the hands of God. I'm going to read Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 12. It says, "Two are better than one, because you have a good reward for their hard work. Because they have a good reward for their hard work. For if one of them should fall, the other can raise his partner up. But how will it be with just the one who falls, when there is not another to raise him up?" That is so sad. Okay, see the importance of being together. Iron sharpens iron. A threefold cord is not easily broken. The Bible doesn't just say these things because it sounds nice. It's so important. If the church, today comes together to really, really, really care about the purpose of Christ. Oh my gosh, you finish. Okay, maybe not finish, but we will be so forward in the will of God and doing what we are called to do so much faster that we will be taken so importantly. People will look up to us and oh yeah, you're just Christians, yeah, that's it. Okay, sorry. You are better equipped, more energized, more productive, and it multiplies your potential when you are working with other people. It is better to have one person working with you than to have three people working for you. There's a quote. There's a quote. "No one whistles a symphony. It takes an orchestra to play it." And there's another quote. It says, in order to make a melody, partners must first learn to play harmony. And I'm going to give you a Bible story about just an example of working together and just using wisdom and like the words of God to like make things so much easier for yourself. Nehemiah's story is a great example. They had to build a wall. They've been trying to build this wall for 25 years. Then Nehemiah stepped in. He said his prayer and he said, Father, forgive us in his prayer. He set his priorities straight, trusted in God, used his wits, worked together, and he was able to accomplish something that took 52 days. No, that people have been trying to do for 25 years. And he said, okay, your family here, you build this part of the wall. This family here, you build that part of the wall. That family, you do that part of the wall. I'll do this part, you do this part. That's great workmanship. And it lessens the burden, and it makes the work so much easier. Just all trying to say. I guess I'm going to mix two together. They're good burdens. The good burdens are accountability, responsibility, faithfulness, love, because love is a debt, and restoration. The bad burdens are fear, guilt, condemnation, religiosity. These are false burdens. These are worrisome burdens. Okay, worry comes from some word, I think in Europe, I think Irish language, and break it down means wolf. Worry is a wolf. It is our job to lighten the load. It doesn't matter if we are brought it upon ourselves or life did it to us. No, we shouldn't look at that at someone like, oh, they brought it upon themselves. Oh well, I don't care. That's not Christian-like. Spiritual people, help each other. Okay. God has already empowered us to do so, and when we are not bearing each other's burdens, the devil comes in to divide us. And we have to laugh with those who laugh, cry with those who cry. And if one part of the body hurts, the Bible does say this, the whole body hurts. Okay. Sorry, I'm sick. Okay. Something terrible happened on Monday. Like, it's terrible. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Life has seasons and changes. It tosses us to the side. That's why we need to be there for each other. But we need to let others know so that we don't have to assume, okay. Like, you never know what's wrong with someone unless you ask them. You could build a relationship just by asking them, what's wrong? And then people will see like, oh my gosh, someone actually cares about me. We need to say thank you more often and appreciate each other more than we do. God looks in the heart because it is what makes us spiritual. We look on the outside, it's like, oh my gosh, this person, stay away, oh my gosh, no, stay away. No. God looks in the heart and says, no, I'm not going to look at your physical appearance and whatever. I'm looking inside your heart. Is your heart for me? And someone's heart who is for God will care about others as He has cared for us so greatly. He doesn't have to care for us. He doesn't have to care for you or for me. But it's by God's grace that we're here today. So let's keep on working through His graces and His promises and His mercy that He has for us. And share His word and care for our brothers and sisters and the lost. Okay. God bless.